Punch-out's coming.
What a clash. It's week 13 and you get two division leaders meeting face to face. That's right. The first place New York Giants are facing off with the first place Seattle Seahawks out west this week. The Seahawks' offensive identity seeming to morph a little as the year has worn along.
Metcalf is there and he's got it!
DK Metcalf may have started out as the Robin to Tyler Lockett's Batman, but Metcalf doesn't look like anyone's sidekick anymore.
Wilson to throw, middle of the field, Metcalf.
Metcalf had the Eagles' top corner on him most of last week, and that did not deter Russell Wilson from looking his way. Metcalf leading the team in targets, and for good reason. He pulled in 10 catches for 177 yards.
Right to Metcalf, get him in the game and go to him.
And it wasn't just a bunch of go routes. He caught passes on at least 8 different routes throughout the game, showing he's more than just a burner.
DK Metcalf hurdling a defender.
Metcalf has had 90 or more yards in a game 8 times now, and the Seahawks are 7-1 in those games, while they're 1-2 in the 3 games he was held under 90.
But this is going to be a tough assignment for Darius Slay all night long.
Seattle's Russell Wilson-led passing attack has been one of the best all year. They have the 4th most passing yards per game. Their yards per attempt is over 8, completion percentage over 70, and the 2nd most TD passes.
Russ to throw for it, and it is caught. Touchdown.
The one flaw they have when they throw, sacks. Only 2 teams have allowed more of them this season.
Trying to get out of there, not that time.
And that's where the Giants' pass rush comes in. They added 2 more sacks to their total, which gives them a respectable 27, but don't overlook their QB hits either, which shows you they can get after a QB.
Pressure comes, Allen in trouble and he's sacked.
That pressure has also played a key role in all their takeaways, which they have a lot of. Only 2 teams have more, and it's how they sealed their latest victory.
Ball is out as he's sacked.
However, if the QB does have time and doesn't turn the ball over, the Giants have not been super adept at containing opposing passing attacks. They rank average or below average in most defensive passing categories.
But he'll throw for the end zone and crossing to make the catch.
They are not average when it comes to stopping the run. 5th fewest rushing yards per game allowed and holding ball carriers under 4 a run.
Peppers blows that play up.
Seattle did get Chris Carson back last week, and he looked good in his limited carries as they slowly worked him back in.
Chris Carson, holy smoke, carried half of the defense on his back.
The Giants hope they have their top runner back too. In their case, it just happens to be their QB.
You see that right hamstring?
Daniel Jones left their game last week with a hamstring injury, and though it could have been worse, it's unclear if he'll be able to play this week. Prior to getting hurt, Jones had thrown for just over 200 yards, no TDs, but no picks or fumbles.
Jones airing it deep down the sideline. Oh, what a catch!
If he can't go, it's going to be Colt McCoy, who has made 3 starts over the last 4 seasons.
Back to throw. He throws hot to Lewis, who was wide open, and he overthrew him. Oh, my gosh.
Whoever lines up behind center for the Giants, they are at least going up against a Seattle D that has given up the most passing yards in the NFL.
Wide open.
However, when they faced what you would consider to be a challenged passing attack last week, it was a different story.
Wentz throwing, and there's the interception.
They held Carson Wentz to just over 200 yards. They held him to a rating under 75 and at just 4.9 yards per attempt. All those would have been even better without that 33-yard prayer, too.
Wentz comes out firing, and it's knocked down.
And New York better be prepared to fend off Seattle's much-improved pass rush. The Hawks gobbling up Wentz 6 times.
Adams screaming around the corner.
The G-men have had trouble keeping their QB clean, too. They are tied for 26th in sacks allowed.
Now the pocket collapses and he is sacked.
The records of these 2 teams may seem farther apart than Michael Strahan's 2 front teeth, and don't you dare, that man loves that gap, and so do I. We can all learn something from him. But there is no gap between these clubs when it comes to their place in the standings, and neither one wants to relinquish that spot. So, who do you got? Put your analysis and scores in the comment section. We have our predictions ready to display on the screen.
Quickly, the turn, the give to Goldman into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 16, try it on the ground. Chris Carson picking and choosing his way, trying to stay on his feet, and